Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the TEQ Kale and Caulifla at 100% in his potential system after their recent EZA. Now, full disclaimer, they won't be operating at full speed because I don't have them and I'm using them as a friend lead. So what that means is, although you're going to see a great performance from them and they're at 100%, you won't be seeing them operating under a double to 20% lead. So it does affect their stats a little bit, a decent chunk, but it's not a game breaker. Like, you should get still a really good idea on how well they are. And to be honest with you, I think they're really good. There's a couple of interesting things about them that I think, do affect how you evaluate them, but I think overall they look really, really solid. So they're on the Friendshipable Rapid Growth category G+3, HP attack and defense 170%. They greatly raise their attack and defense on their super attack, and in terms of basic effects, they have attack and defense of 200%, launch an additional attack, there's a high chance of becoming a super, high chance of evading the enemy's attack, and for 4 turns from the character's entry turn, chance of evasion up 20%. So what this means is for the first 4 turns from their entry, they actually have a 70% evasion chance, which is pretty good, especially when you couple it with some of their other abilities. For every attack performed, they'll get attack and defense of 40% up to a max of 160. Remember, this is multiplicative, so you're going to see their attack stat and their defense go from like, oh, it's starting at 8 million. By the end of the turn, it could be sitting at 16 once they're fully built up. So it'll be really, really big for them to obviously get that. It is really, really good. The speed at which they can kind of stack and do things is very, very impressive. In terms of the rest, when there's another Universal Survival Saga category ally in the turn, or a Universal Survival Saga category enemy, they'll get attack up of 60%, whilst also launching an additional super. And every time the character performs 3 or more attacks in battle, the chance of evading the enemy's attack goes up 20% from the character's next attacking turn. So especially in your first 4 turns, for example, if you get like 3 attacks off in your first turn, then that second turn they arrive, they actually have a 90% evasion rate, which is pretty impressive. Same lineage, same warrior race, battlefield diva, warriors universe 6, Tournament of the Power, prepared for battle, and fierce battle are their link sets, and they are on accelerated battle, bond of friendship, final trump card, full power, fused fighters, joined forces, Pepe Gals, Patara, Power Beyond, Super Saiyan, Pure Stance, Rapid Growth, Super Bosses, Super Saiyan, Time Limit, Tournament Participants, Universe 6, and USS. They are an interesting build. We'll talk about their second state, but really you should be focusing on crit with them. Then second focus should be additional, and then final focus should really be your kind of like evasion maybe. I don't really feel the need to place evasion on them. I feel like I get more effort out of additionals and crit, especially crit, but it's entirely up to you. Now, in terms of the transformation, Miracle of Friendship Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla, this transformation can be activated after turn 6, so it's not a very quick transformation to get. It is one that takes a little bit of time. It's from the 6th turn from the start of battle, so you will have them out at the very least 2 or 3 times, even if you float them. So you will, take a little bit of time to get them. Caulifla greatly raises attack permanently, and then greatly raises defense 1 turn. In terms of passive, she recovers 60% HP once, which is great. Attack and defense up with 200%. Launches 2 additional super attacks. Great chance of evading the enemy attack, and randomly changes key spheres to TEQ key spheres. When attacking, she has 200% attack up. When receiving an attack, she has defense of 200%. And with 6 or more key spheres obtained, she will give tournament participant category allies 30% attack, and an additional 30% defense for characters who belong to Universe 6. Her link set does change a little bit. She gets Super Saiyan, Battlefield Diva, Fused Fighter, and Power Bestowed by God. So she does get 3 new links to replace older ones, because obviously she's become a Super Saiyan. And she's also transformed, so she got Fused Fighter. Now, Caulifla is interesting. So one thing I do want to put a disclaimer out. You're going to see like, for example, Kale and Caulifla hit 37 million, and Caulifla's only hitting 42 million. Why is there not such a big difference? Kefla is, so if you are using Kale and Caulifla against a USS opponent, you gotta understand that that 60% does a lot of work because it's multiplicative. So Kefla is going to have a bigger difference between how she performs and how her base form works if you're not facing a USS enemy. If you're facing like a freezer or something, for example, Kale and Caulifla would be a couple mil down, and Kefla would almost be 10 million up on them, if not even more. And secondly, Kefla benefits a ton from support. So because she's got a massive 200% gain attack on super, she benefits a ridiculous amount from the from support, like in general. So any kind of support you get, Kefla just eats it up. She drinks it up. She just becomes absolutely immense, huge, and just basically becomes this kind of like OP, really crazy like strong, huge offensive damage dealer. I think if you're looking at her in general, look, I think she's really good. I will say, I don't think, even with facing different enemies and that, I don't really see her being a huge upgrade on the base. I know they will lose that 20% extra evasion after the first 4 turns, but if you, for example, like compare the rainbow and with the additionals and with this, they keep that 70% damage evasion up very, very solid, and they stack a lot. Like their raw defense looks very, very high. Now Kefla's is misleading because she'll have like 1.8 million, but you got to remember that that will almost triple when she is attacked. But it's just the way it looks, the way it all feels. It is just a little bit, I want to say, misleading in general. Look, it's not to say that she's bad in any way, shape, or form. I do just feel like Kefla could have been slightly better. Maybe one more additional, maybe crit or something, would have made her really, really, really good. But honestly, she's great. Like, I think this unit is good. I think it's solid. Look, I think would have been nice if there was like a more immediate slot 1 tank for you in verse 6, because I think they do struggle with that as a team as a whole. But they've got probably some of the best build-up units in the game. Kefla hit, like, I mean, you probably have between, if you run like a double int hit and then 1 TEQ Caulifla, I think you maybe have like one of the strongest stacking teams in the game. Like, they're just really, really strong. So there is a ton of merit to this team. I do think it's a very strong team. I just think there is, probably, a little bit of caveats to the easy air. But I think overall it's a very strong one. I think it provides maybe not exactly what the team needed, but a really good, strong unit for the team. They definitely did need one more, so it's not like it's bad in any way, shape, or form. She helps out tons of teams as well. If you use Fighter, Patara, the conditions to have a USS ally or enemy, not a big deal breaker, I don't think, at least. Could be worse, could be better type of situation. So I think overall, Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla looks really, really good. And I think Kale and Caulifla look really, really good. They're a simple but effective unit where I think you get a lot of bang for your buck with them, and they're simple and easy to use. I don't think there's a lot of complications to them. So that's it from me. Bye.